is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
Well, a pinch and a punch for the first day of the month.
Yeah, it certainly is. And almost a flick in a kick for being so quick this morning because I got you as soon as you got out of the car.
You did.
Felt bloody good.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, sorry, Belle, you were already at work, so
Yeah,
I didn't
I
get you.
was.
But Ben and I we sort of seen in the Nova 100 offices sort of rock stars, so we can sort of just come in and out when we please. We might not even finish the entire
Yeah.
show today. I don't know.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Belle, a poke and a flick in the eye for having a meat pie. That's just off the top of my dome.
Yeah, fun.
That was good.
Yeah, thank you.
I like how it all rhymed.
Yes.
And
I think that's, okay.
we've really, I mean, Belle is vegetarian, but we've upped the meat jokes in the last month.
Is it funny? Like, honestly.
We are certainly burning the toast.
You really are. And, like, it's not actually, like, yeah.
Speaking of burning toast, I smelt something burning the other day in the kitchen, and I've run in, and it was Belle just making a steak. Well, there's another one.
I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming.
Something
didn't,
you
Belle,
might
'cause
not
you-
see coming is 8 a.m. this morning. We have a big announcement, which is really exciting.
This is true. We will. You know what? I'm going to promise, even though, as I said, we come in and out as we will. We'll stay for the whole show because there is a big, exciting announcement happening after 8 o'clock this morning. So make sure you stick around for that.
Belle's doing an eating challenge.
Whoa, tripling down. He never
Get it out.
actually
Get
said
it out.
meat, to be fair.
I didn't even say meat.
Get it all
No,
out.
she's
I
going to
didn't
do
even say meat.
a bucket of 100 wings. I think we filled our quota for today.
Yeah,
so
I
at
think
least
we're done.
For today,
you're safe for the
you
rest of the
filled it
morning.
forever.
You're safe for the rest of the
13, 24, 10. Serious injury, silly reason. Because I have absolutely buggered my shoulder. And maybe it's because I'm getting older and I don't heal as quick, but I have properly buggered it because we were filming a TikTok this week. And I won't go into the context of the video. It's not necessary, but I had to jump into a bin.
A
for the
wheelie
video.
bin,
It was a wheelie bin, right? It's one of those big
It's up
wheelie
there
bins.
on the Ben, Liam and Belle Instagram and TikTok if you want to see why Ben was headfirst in a bin.
Yep. And so I jumped head first. My feet went up in the air. We got the shot.
Yeah.
But what I didn't account for was because it was a wheelie bin, of course, that has wheels on the bottom. I was leaning too much to the wheel side and the bin came out from underneath me.
And so I was more worried about, because I saw it sort of happening, I was like, that bin's going.
Yep.
And I tried to scuffle over to
Did you?
No, you didn't.
I did. It was just it was way too, I was too far away.
Because when you watch the video, it seems like it all happens quite slowly. Like I slowly tip.
Look, in my defense, I was in Birkenstocks, and it's if you need to like catch something falling, it's not a good. So it doesn't have great tread. So I was sort of like, oh no, I was worried about your knees slapping the concrete, but obviously because your body's tensed up because you're upside down in a wheelie bin, it's probably more your shoulders in an unnatural position.
Yeah, all the weight fell onto my shoulder. This is the audio. So we were filming obviously because we were doing a video. So our video man Jack said, "All right, cool, filming," and then I jump into the bin, and then it all happens.
Rolling.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I need my arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, my arm.
Is it like actually okay?
Yeah.
It all happened in slow motion.
A lot of swearing.
A lot of swearing because it was genuine. Like it
Bloody
actually
potty
hurt.
mouths behind the scenes, aren't we?
Yeah.
And so, Ben, what's up with your shoulder now? You can't, like, lift your
I
arm?
just can't move it. I have to hold it in like a chicken wing position.
Are you going to go get it checked out?
Well, no, because it'll heal over time. Like, well, the dog's not going to do anything. It'll heal.
And it was like fully. Ben's got like a dislocated arm. It's like
It'll be
just
fine.
flopping around.
It'll be fine. But even like stuff like putting on a t-shirt in the morning, I can't really do it because I can't lift my arm up to put the shirt
I think
on.
you should maybe get it, like, scanned at least, like, X-ray. to see
He's
if
gone
you've,
30 years without going to the doctor. I don't
Yeah.
know how
Yeah,
you start now.
true.
Amy joins us now in Rowville. Good morning. Serious injury, silly reason. What happened?
Hi, I was in my Year 12 high school athletics carnival doing the 100-metre sprint, and one of my friends who was in the heat tied our feet together. So about halfway down, I rolled my ankle and ended up rupturing every ligament in there.
Oh, jeez. As in, so...
Wait, you did a 100-metre sprint, but you tied your shoes together with someone else?
Yeah, so she put like sticky tape around our ankles.
That is wild.
She got off scot-free, but I got all the injuries.
Was it like a three-legged race? Is that what you were going for?
No, it was it was quite genuinely just a 100-meter sprint.
It was just like a bit of a silly thing. Because the way you said it, I thought it was like someone from one of the other teams was like in a cartoon, like squeaking over and then tied his shoelaces up while as if you didn't notice to like sabotage the race or something like that. Liv joins us now in Rye. You're only 10 years old. Are you the one with the serious injury for a silly reason?
No, it's my mum.
What happened?
So she was piggybacking three of her friends, and she whacked her foot on the couch, and she broke her foot.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
She was piggybacking.
Very silly reason. Serious.
Piggybacking three friends? Wow.
Yeah.
You have a very staunch mum. Is your mum Ronnie Coleman, the famous bodybuilder?
Olivia, thank you very much for sharing. Keep your calls coming through on 13 24 10.
Ben's cooked his shoulder from jumping in a bin for a TikTok that we did on the Ben Lehman Bell page.
I'm getting old and young at the same time.
Yeah. So we're asking, if you've had a serious injury and a silly reason, please call through. Isabel, what happened to you?
Morning. So I broke my leg and ankle playing down ball.
Playing what ball?
Down ball.
Oh, Foursquare. You might know what it's
Yeah, same. Yeah, that's brutal. Daniel in Melton. This is your brother. What happened?
Hey guys, so it was Christmas Eve, and we were living in Sunbury, and anyone who lives in Sunbury would know there's a Santa that comes around on a hot rod and throws lollies out.
That's very cool.
My brother decided he was going to try and steal mine that was thrown out to me, so he's run like a few steps down the footpath in some thongs, and he's tripped over his thong, and he's caught his face right on the corner of the fence. So he got the lollies and he was waving them around really happy. But then when we looked at him, he had a crimson mask and he had to spend Christmas morning getting 8 stitches in his eyebrow.
Whoa! Yeah, it's dangerous when you bust a plugger in high-speed pursuit. It's very, if you have a blowout, it's like driving 100 k's and a tyre just blowing.
And Santa's just there going
on a hot rod.
No! I'm gonna keep going. I do not want to be a part of this. Ash in Reservoir, serious injury, silly reason.
Yeah, I've got one for you. It was Year 12 muck-up day, and we're all at the park having a kick of the footy, having a few waters and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to take a specky over someone who was about 5 foot tall and went straight over the top, put my arms out and snapped my wrist.
Oh! Did you get the ball?
Probably the only mark I've taken in my footy career.
Nice. Worth it, Ash. Still kind of cool.
That was a crazy story because I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought, maybe you jumped over them and you hit your head on a branch or something like that, but no, you just snapped your wrist.
Oh, God. Kath in Rowville, what's your serious injury for a silly reason?
Hello. I actually chopped the top of my finger off when I was making soup.
It's such a simple one.
Yeah, I was just throwing everything in the food processor and I got distracted and my finger actually went in as well.
No. So obviously, you know how there's people say that, like, I don't think it's true, but people say if you bite your finger, your mind can't do it. But it's the same pressure as like a carrot. Do you think it's that sort of thing?
Yeah, and I sort of, just have to be really wary of ever using a food processor again. And my husband came home and I'd gone off to the hospital and there's the tip of my finger on the bench. Pretty gross.
Kath, did you finish making the soup like after, or was that put in the bin?
Look, I think it was just chucked out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It looks like tomato soup. Kath, I thought you were making pumpkin soup. Don't ask.
Brandon joins us now. Good morning. You're 12 years old, mate. Serious injury, silly reason.
So you know how in karate, how they like spring up off the floor and land on their feet?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I was trying to do that on my home couch because I was watching a karate film.
Yeah.
Everyone tries that.
And when I landed like my foot like bent forward and I cracked my bone and I had to be in a boot for 6 weeks.
Oh, did it look cool though, Brandon?
Yeah.
When you say you're watching a karate movie, it wouldn't have been Karate Kid, would it?
Oh, no, it was like a series.
A series?
What karate series were you watching?
It was called like Kicking It.
Well, you kicked it.
Yeah, sweet. Might have to check it out, man.
That's cool, man. Thank you very much.
Hello, Alex in Werribee. Have you got a serious injury and a silly reason?
Yeah, well, I do. So one day I was in my garage and there was a rat there, and I ran up to it, tried to kick it,
Alex.
ended up missing and kicked my garage wall and broke my big toe.
Yeah. I suppose that's what you get for probably trying to kick a rat.
Nature winning, I
Saw
always
a rat
say.
and I ran over to try and kick it.
I know they're technically vermin, but you probably shouldn't still kick a rat. But yeah, it's maybe a bit of karma there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, trying to kick a rat, like, obviously that's like, yeah, we poison them every day.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, this is true. This is true. The real world isn't like Ratatouille, the film.
Sad.
Christine in Craigieburn, a serious injury for a silly reason.
I was bowling. I went Tim Bowl.
Hang on, whoa, sorry, one sec, sorry.
No, Christine, for some reason, my Siri decided to talk back to you.
That's so weird.
Oh, hello, Siri.
Yeah, Liam's laptop Siri turned on.
Shut up now.
Yeah, you can mute that.
So, Christine, you were
It
bowling.
said, I found this on the web for Kristen went bowling. Jesus, that's weird.
Hang on, so what happened? You went bowling and then?
I got a split and then decided to do a happy dance and went to walk off the lane, flipped over and my hand went into the gutter, shattered the wrist 3 places.
Oh, my God.
Injured my right arm, but they couldn't find anything. And, ended up in hospital overnight.
Wow.
Imagine if, as all the sort of the ambos were rocking up, like there was one of those little cartoons on the screen where it was like Christine falling and shattering her wrist, and then it goes, split. Rachel in Vermont South, you also had a serious injury with a silly reason.
I sure did. Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
So celebrating my 49th birthday at a hotel with my partner, bit of a naked party. I'd just done a successful
let's just backtrack there, Rach. You said a bit of a naked party.
Yeah,
Do you mean like
naked
it was
party.
a nudist party?
We love our naked parties. Yeah,
So you had other people
coming.
coming over and everyone was nude?
No.
She means
No.
they went
Just
to a
you and your
hotel
husband?
Yeah.
Well, she said naked party. I thought she was having a party naked.
I thought it was like a swingers
calm
thing.
down.
Yeah, okay.
Calm
Yeah, sorry, Rach, sorry.
So anyway, I had a few champagnes, had done a successful worm on the floor, so thought I'd finish off with a cartwheel onto the bed, ruptured my Achilles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Doesn't that go off like a gunshot
Did
as
you
well?
hear it?
It does. I thought someone had whacked me behind the back of my leg with a piece of wood. It's so loud it cracked in your ear. Yeah.
Do you have to get surgery to like stitch that back to where it's supposed to go?
No, 4 months in a boot full time, so sleeping, everything, and then probably 9 months of physio, and then 12 months to heal. But it's still not great.
Wow.
But you know
what,
what, Rachel?
No more cartwheels.
I want to, when I'm 49, I want to be at the point where I'm still doing handstands and cartwheels, even if you do rupture something. That is such a great vibe by you. Just at a hotel with your partner.
How
cartwheel.
funny is that visual? Being completely nude, doing a cartwheel into your Achilles exploding.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
G'day, Shannon and Sunbury. How you doing?
Good yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Let's kick into this quiz. It's the first day of autumn. What do they call autumn in America?
Fall.
Fall. Yeah, that's what they call it. Hey, Ed Sheeran booked out the entire Louvre to give his dad a private tour.
Really?
Yeah. Which city is the Louvre in?
Italy.
No.
That's real Ed Sheeran money, isn't it? Booking out the Louvre.
To book out the entire Louvre. But look, I get it. You know, Renaissance art and that sort of thing. I can see why you said Italy. It's not Italy, but you know,
Could you
you're
imagine travelling all the way there to go see the Louvre, and you are there and you happen to be there on the day that Ed Sheeran's booked the whole thing out?
Honestly, wouldn't mind.
I think you would, because you went there to go see the art and you don't get to go see it.
To be
because
fair,
Ed
though,
Sheeran's in there.
yeah. Seeing Ed Sheeran would be just as much of a thrill
Oh,
as
no, you don't
seeing...
get to see him.
Yeah, you don't get to
You
see
just
him.
know that he's in there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sasha, do you know where the Louvre is?
In Paris.
It is Paris. Hey, the AFL preseason game last night had to stop mid-game because of a snake on the oval. What breed of snake is lethal and coloured brown?
A brown snake.
Yes, sounds like we were about to do a joke there. There are concerns for Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber after a family member asked people to send them prayers. Why has Hailey's uncle Alec Baldwin been in trouble with the law over the last couple of years?
Oh, because he shot that person on set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an accident. Pretty sad one. Last one. Tones and I has become the first female artist to hit 3 billion streams on one song. Can you finish these lyrics?
And now I'm paid to see you dance just one more time. So they say,
dance for me, dance for me, dance for me.
Sasha, I don't know if you're going to get a role as a backup singer anytime soon, but you did nail the lyrical content, so you do win the 6 bottles of wine from Zonzo Estate.
Oi, Sash, are you just waking up or are you speaking quietly? Because are you somewhere where you can't speak loud?
She hung up.
Oh, my God.
You scared her, Belle.
Spooked her.
You asked the tough question.
Bloody spooked her. Well, I mean, I suppose that means George in Richmond gets to pick what song we play next.
Yeah, George, you were next in line on the phone lines. How you doing, George?
Good. How you going?
Yeah, not bad. You also get that wine because she obviously doesn't want it. So you got yourself 6 bottles of wine.
Awesome.
Yeah,
pretty sweet,
no
man.
worries,
Pretty
mate.
sweet gig. Didn't have to do a thing.
That's from Zonzo Estate. Enjoy a perfect drop from the heart of the Yarra Valley. I wonder why Belle spooked her. Was she just waking up? Or...
Well, I asked, where are you? And
Yeah,
I don't think she could
she's
answer.
Sounded like she was in a hostage situation.
It did. And then I said, are you okay? And she hung up.
Maybe we'll call her back
Yeah,
on air.
we'll
Yeah,
check
do a
on
check
Sash.
on her.
So yesterday we had a wonderful song, Get Set, from Taxiride. So this morning, George, you get to choose between Taxiride or would you like to hear a song from Taxiride?
You got 2 great choices there, George. Do you want to hear the first option or that one, the second option?
The second option.
Yeah. Creeping up slowly from Taxi. It's a taxi ride-off. Tax write-off.
Yeah.
get gone back to the places we know. Places we know.
How good is that? Taxiride.
Iconic song. We played Taxiride. We're in a real Taxiride mood this week, and it was played yesterday around this time as well, and we tagged Taxiride on Instagram, and they actually got back to us. And Jason, the lead singer, he said, thanks for playing Taxiride, guys. And we're like, oh, my God, would you come on the show? And guess what? We have an impromptu interview now with Jason, the man himself, who sung that song that you just heard. How you doing, Jace?
Good morning, guys. How you going? Thanks
Not
for having me
too
on.
bad at all, mate. Very exciting. First of all, thank you so much for joining us. I mean, it's like these songs was sort of played on the radio so much with us growing up that I must admit I didn't realise that Taxiride were Australian, and then later in life I realised that you guys were from Melbourne. I think Belle learnt yesterday that you're from. I just always thought Taxiride was like a big American band or something.
Thank you very much. we got that quite a bit when we came out because it was such a polished sort of American sound. We recorded in America, but we are, mate, we're as Australian as Vegemite.
Yeah, and so were they used in some movies as well, like in some American movies? Is that why people
Reese
might have
Witherspoon's
thought?
Election.
Get Set.
Amazing.
Get Set was used in a film with Reese Witherspoon and Matthew Broderick, and we were recording in a massive studio in LA, and a couple of guys from MTV walked past the studio and loved the sound of the song and just knocked on the door and said, we want that song for this new movie. And my favourite movie ever was Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and as soon as I found out that Matthew Broderick was in the movie, I was like, of course you can use this song.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
And so this is
sparked us off.
Yeah.
This is the song you're talking about here, Get Set.
Don't you know, baby?
The best bit, when you all say, Get Set, and everyone sort of sings in
Harmonises,
perfect unison. Yeah, oh yeah. And there's not many songs that do that. Do you know what I mean? There's not many people that utilise that sort of skill where everyone's sort of singing at the same time.
You're talking about the movies there, Jace. Was it also an ad for Victoria at some point?
And that's actually recently it's had a sort of a resurgence, that song, because Visit Victoria thought it was perfect for a Visit Victoria campaign.
I knew it. I was saying,
Get Set, everybody. We're on our way to Victoria.
That's right. I'm glad you asked, Ben, because I was playing it yesterday because I'm like, I swear because for some reason I'm like, yeah, it made me think of Victoria as well, because I was like, yeah.
So, Jase, are you also, you're playing shows at the moment, yeah?
Yes, I'm off on a national tour at the moment, visiting every state, but we're playing here at the ESPY in Melbourne, in St Kilda, on the 26th of April. It's just me going out doing a solo tour with my full band and covering the 25 years, if you can believe it's been that long already.
Wow.
25
Oh,
years
man,
in
that's
the
awesome.
business.
Bloody hell.
And, it's gone in the blink of an eye, but I've had an incredibly blessed journey, and it's been fun. It's been crazy. It's been annoying sometimes. But I'm covering all the hits from Taxiride as well as all the stuff I've done on my own, and worked with other artists and stuff like that. So it's going to be a big celebration of music, and Nova's been a big part of our journey. I don't know if you know this, but when Nova first started, like the very first day that Nova switched on, I came in with the band and played in the kitchen.
Seriously?
Really? Staff in Melbourne. Yeah, we were the very first band to come into Nova. We did a performance in your kitchen where, everyone's drinking coffees and stuff like that. And Nova switched on. We were like the first band to be in there.
Jason, I think we're all thinking the same thing. The
kitchen is actually bigger now as well.
We've actually moved. You would have done that in our Richmond studios.
You've got multi-level kitchen.
Yeah, we have moved to South Melbourne, but our kitchen is always ready if you felt like maybe coming in and playing some of the hits next week
before you hit up the ESPY, come to the Nova
I'm
kitchen.
around next week, so if you want me to come in,
let's do it. I love because we're going to be finishing up on the breakfast show soon. We're moving to the other end of the day, so we're going to be doing national show on Nova 6 to 8. But I'm like, I would like it would be so it could be good for one of our last performances on breakfast. It was the very first on Nova.
I'm totally up for that. If you want me to come in. I'd love to. I'd love to come.
Let's do it, Jason. You're a great man. You're a great man. Look, we will. Our people will speak to your people, and we'll get that next week. We'll get some live Taxiride numbers. Our favourite band on Nova.
Jase, you have a great morning.
I'm looking to adding my name to the end of yours. Okay, more of us on there.
Thanks,
Thanks, Jase. You're on Nova with Ben, Liam, Belle, and Jason.
Bit of a worry for you, Ben. The next stage of Australia's vape ban kicks in today. I know you love your berry blast gaspers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't get enough, especially around the baby.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you should have seen his face when I bought him his first vape.
Okay, well, we obviously have to say that you're joking.
Vape-free zone here in this studio.
Well, we're smoke-free and vape-free, yes.
Yeah, I have asthma, so I would ban vapes.
Yeah, but you were going on about snus the other
Hang
week.
on, but you saying that with us it's a vape-free ban, it makes it sound like other shows are vaping.
Oh, there's other shows doing a lot more than vaping. I can assure you of that.
Liam and Belle, I want to change a core Australian belief.
Well, I mean, that'll be hard because we do, we sort of stand for what we believe in here.
And I hope you're both ready because I could potentially get cancelled for having this opinion.
Oh, no.
It's not the popular opinion to have, but I feel strongly about it, and I can't sit here on my radio show and not talk about it. We've all been eating the national dish the wrong way, the humble snag and bread. When you go to a family barbecue or Bunnings, you get a snag and onion. They'll put the snag from corner to corner.
Oh, yeah.
It makes absolutely no sense. Makes zero sense.
I mean, it does.
The ratios are all out.
No,
it's insanity.
No, you're getting
it's insanity.
You're getting more. You're getting more bread on sauce.
No, you're not.
It's a backwards way of thinking, and it needs to change for the country to progress forward. Because when you put the snag from corner to corner, that first bite is minimal bread, maximum snag.
Minimal bread.
It's maximum snag.
That's what you want,
minimal bread.
No, that's what you're there for.
All right, all right.
You're not here to eat spiders, you know what I'm saying? You're here for sausage.
But what you're doing is you're too focused on the now and you're not thinking about the future. Because as you're munching away and you get to the middle of that snag, what do you encounter? That's where the corners of the bread meet, and you're getting all bread and minimal snag.
Yeah, but what you're not considering is that you're not loading up on enough onions. Because
Mate, I'm loading up on onions.
I go onion heavy, and I need those flaps of bread to be nice and high. Otherwise, my onions are going to fall.
Yeah,
all over
but that's the thing. If you have it side to side with a rectangle, then it holds a like a consistent amount of onion.
Exactly right amount in each bite.
Ben, I will say I have done back in the day. I did it that way where it was side to side. I'd move it because
and you'd be laughed out the building when you do that.
Totally, but then you get a consistent amount of everything the whole way through.
Every bite is exactly perfect.
Plus,
I like
you
the
get,
journey
because it hangs over the edge.
Yep.
You get
still
a bonus
get that little
bit of
snag.
extra sausage.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
Yes.
you get the snag, the yummy snag. And then you get the onion, bread, and snag for the rest of it. And then at the end, you get
the
a little
finale
snag.
You guys
again.
are crazy.
Finale
You
snag.
guys are crazy. The Egyptians had it right. We need a pyramid of onions in the middle. So what you're getting is you're going on a flavour journey. You're eating sausage. I'm enjoying this beefy, greasy treat. I'm getting further in. My it's like an edible serviette. The grease is being mopped up by more and more bread, and then I'm getting a palate cleanser of onion all the way through the middle, and then we're going to end with some more sausage.
Liam, when you eat, say, a meat pie, right, you don't want all pastry in one mouthful and then all meat in the other mouthful. You want a little bit of pastry and a little bit of meat in one mouthful.
But what if I'm having a Ned Kelly pie and I get the surprise treat of the egg in the middle?
What is that?
Never had it. Oh, let's not pretend you don't know what a Ned Kelly pie is, Belle.
Okay, second one for the morning already.
It's actually the fifth by my count.
Liam, people might not know this about you, but sometimes you'll talk first and you'll think second. Is that fair?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Shoot first, then ask questions.
Yeah, great skill to
like
have
in America.
as a radio presenter.
Yeah. And look, that was evident yesterday when, because if you didn't know, yesterday was a leap year, happens once every 4 years. And I said, does anyone know why we have a leap year every 4 years?
Yeah, it was around about this time, wasn't it?
And Liam, this was your answer. You know why we have the leap year?
Isn't it something to do with the moon, right? So it's like the Gregorian calendar. It's something about the orbit of Earth. Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
Thanks, Dr. Carl.
Yeah.
I was trying to put all the pieces together. And you nailed it yesterday, Ben, when I thought by saying Gregorian calendar, I would buy myself 20 seconds. People would go, this guy knows what he's talking about.
You thought you'd get some smart points.
I thought I'd get some smart points, but, clearly I didn't really know why.
Well, to put you to the test this morning, I've got a couple of other questions. I've got the answers, and I want to see how well you can go.
Okay, so I'll answer quick.
Yep.
Whether they're right or not, I don't know.
All right, first one. What makes a volcano erupt?
Well, the magma. The magma sort of, because it's to do with the tectonic plates in the Earth, and then when they clash, the magma flies out.
It's the handwork.
It was kind of not too far off.
I mean, give me that.
Tectonic plates, and they move.
Deep within the Earth, it's so hot that some rocks slowly melt.
Mm-hmm.
That's magma, melted rocks. And since it's lighter than the solid rock around it, magma rises and collects in magma chambers. Eventually, some of the magma pushes through vents and fissures to the Earth's surface.
I feel like if a kid asked me and I said my one, they'd be like, "Oh, okay."
But yours didn't
you're
actually,
thinking,
you didn't
what you're
explain
thinking
it.
of? An earthquake or a tsunami.
Yeah, the
That's what
tectonic
you're
plates.
thinking of.
You are, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and yours didn't actually explain it. You just
Fine.
said
Give me
tectonic
another
plates and thought that was good enough.
Throw another one at me.
How does petrol make a car go?
Ah, well, that's a good one.
I knew this one for the record. I
So
didn't have to Google it.
It creates energy. Would be the simple explanation. When it gets the pistons moving, when it ignites.
How does it do that? How does it do that?
It's protons.
Gas flows, or petrol flows from the fuel tank and is mixed with air that's pumped into a metal cylinder, right? You follow me?
Yeah.
A piston at one end of the cylinder compresses the gas and air mixture, and a spark plug ignites it, causing a small explosion that pushes the piston back out, which turns the crankshaft, which turns the wheel. So it's lots of little chemical reactions, and the more you press on the accelerator, the more petrol is released.
Am I entirely crazy, or am I answering these like mostly right? like in my head, I'm like giving the ungoogled answer that you would give to someone.
You said energy. That was your answer. Your answer was energy.
But it creates energy somehow. Like I know there's a little.
Yeah, you
But
just
that's
said
not
the
an
petrol
answer.
makes it
Give me
move.
another one. I'll nail the next one.
What does iron do for your body?
It's just good for it. You need infusions if you don't have enough. I know that, and you get it from like eating red meat and stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just good. It just
But
keeps,
why is it good?
It's just keeps shit moving along. You know, like it's just sort of you need your red blood cells, your white blood cells, and your iron.
Iron is a mineral that the body needs for growth and development. Your body uses iron to make hemoglobin, a protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen from the lungs to all parts of the body. And myoglobin is a protein that provides oxygen to muscles.
Yeah.
Your body also needs iron to make some hormones.
And also for energy as well, because you need it gives you energy.
And I'll put my hand up and say I didn't probably explain that one very well.
Yeah. I was like Belle jumping in there trying to
so
own it.
what happens is
You're also wrong.
Ben will give me the Googled response textbook from a doctor, and then Belle will go, and it gives you energy. like she knew all the hemoglobin, myoglobin stuff. I'm like, okay, dude, like why don't
I add?
Why don't you answer one first instead?
Do you have another one, Ben?
I'm out.
Damn! I would have answered the next one perfectly.
I suppose we'll have to just come back tomorrow.
Now, I know it's cliche, but it's the 1st of March. Where's the year gone?
Am I right?
Gosh.
Where's it gone? I said that unironically this morning.
No, and I agree, but it's that thing of it is so cliche, but it's so true. Where's it gone?
Also, we're obviously in autumn now, but this weekend, just showers and top of 20. Always love that, having a 38-degree sunny day on Wednesday while you're in the office.
Yeah, but you don't actually want a 38-degree day on a Saturday. Because that's hide in the house weather.
I would say today's the perfect weather. It's 26 degrees, top of. It's partly cloudy, so make the most of it today. If you can sneak out early or work from home, definitely make the most of it.
That's Belle's trick.
I do plan on leaving at 10 today.
What? 10?
Sheesh.
Wow, news to me.
I suppose that it is over now, Tay. All the hype. Like, I mean, who's coming back here and bringing that sort of hype? I don't know. I honestly, we probably won't see it for another 5 or 6 years. And don't say Jonas Brothers next weekend.
Or
Belle.
Young Grace.
I swear to God.
Rude, Liam. It's exactly 7 days until the Joe Bros hit Rod Laver. And my God.
That's not going to even move the needle.
No.
There'll be a couple of kids who had Foxtel and watched Disney Channel that'll be there.
Yep.
But that'll be pretty much it.
They are not just Disney Channel. They were an actual band.
Blink didn't move the needle, really, compared... obviously amazing they're here. I love Blink, but compared to the Taylor stuff, like it was just... They sort of just got washed out,
You see all those videos of girls like crying at Taylor and losing their minds? That's going to be me in a week.
Are you going to wear your purity ring to the gig?
I've never had one of them.
Hey,
I will be wearing... yes, I will be decked out.
what are you going to wear?
I don't know yet, but...
Is it the Jonas Brothers era? What were their eras? Did they have eras?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Are you coming as the
Shall we roll through?
Camp Rock era?
there's that era, but there's
I
like
don't want to roll
their
through
early,
the Joe Bro eras.
and then they got all their they got their Lions, Vines, Trying Times, where it was like their middle kind of album where they were like trying to get more serious. And then Nick branched off and did Nick Jonas and the Administration. It was like we went into his jazz blues era.
Oh,
that was
God.
great.
Jesus.
You know, you've got your eras,
Wow,
but
yeah,
you know.
okay.
We're still thinking about this call that we got earlier in the week from Beck. An incredible story.
My brother got with my best friend, and then I got with her dad.
Not just got with the dad either. Like she married her best friend's dad, and now they have kids together. And she was like don't think about it too much, but they were sort of like they grew up as friends as well. So it's a bit creepy, but I suppose they're all old enough now, and they're doing their own thing. They sounded very in love, but it's an interesting one, and because it's stayed in our heads, I think what we want to do this morning is 13, 24, 10. Did you get with their dad?
Just straight to the point, yeah. Because like you said, Liam, we haven't stopped thinking about it.
Could be like a colleague, like a friend,
an ex,
Yeah, I mean, if you get with anyone's dad, any acquaintance, if you get with their dad, it's kind of wild.
Yeah, totally, absolutely.
You can remain anonymous if you would like to call through for this one.
Belle, you got to type.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't call. You exclusively get with people's dads.
I can't call for this one, can I?
No.
Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, yeah. I love a good dad.
Yeah.
But like my current partner, not a dad.
Not a dad.
Huge for me.
Certainly old enough to be a dad. I would say.
Yes, a dad age, but yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not a dad. So
a dad.
I'm breaking the mold here.
Yeah, a daddy without kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good day. The good type.
But we're not looking for daddies. We're looking for dads.
Yeah.
So 13, 24, 10. Did you get with their dad?
No calls for this one yet.
I reckon
All
we'll
right.
get
Well,
calls.
let's give you a little prize if you get in touch.
What do you
And like Liam said, you can stay anonymous.
Christy from Caroline Springs, you got with the dad.
Morning, guys. Look, it's not quite that exciting. I didn't actually get with him in the physical sort of sense. But I was texting a gentleman that was 10 years older than me. I was 30 at the time. But I was also texting with his son, who was...
Oh, so one was 20 and one was 40.
Yeah, and I was sort of in the middle there. And,
Whoa. So, Christy, you were sort of lining up the old bull and the young calf.
yeah, I was playing both sides.
And did you ever did things ever progress with either? I know you said you didn't end up getting with the dad. What about the son?
No.
Okay.
Kind of, it was a bit disappointing, actually. I was probably more interested in the dad,
Yeah.
who was a bit too sort of shy, I think.
Did they know? Did they know that you were talking to both?
The son knew I was talking to the dad, but the dad didn't know.
So
Were they?
That
Christy?
is
How
just-
did you meet them? Were they
Yeah.
friends or of yours or what?
Well, I actually used to play sort of like pub poker, I suppose you'd call it. So I pretty much knew everyone there, and to be honest,
Right.
tuned quite a few. But yeah, and they both used to play there. But
you
yeah, I
imagine
don't
this?
know, some turned out to be a real creep.
Imagine this dad like driving to work this morning, listening to this on the radio, going, "What? Christy
Well, she
was
didn't
talking to my
actually-
son as well."
Yeah, but they didn't actually do anything.
Yeah, I suppose so, but it's just Imagine if they both were like, "Oh, I want to introduce you to someone."
You almost got the full house, Christy. Anon joins us now. Good morning. How you doing?
Good, yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Did you get with their dad?
Good. Yes, I got with my ex-wife's dad, yes. So we were married at the time, but it started with a cheeky text and it caught up at a bar and went from there.
Oh my God! So I mean, this is the man who I'm assuming walked his daughter, the bride, your wife, down the aisle, and then you've sort of,
100.
yeah.
That's right,
Yeah,
yes.
right.
It was,
From the switcheroo.
Quite an experience.
I can imagine. Like there's so many layers to that.
Obviously not with the wife anymore.
No, definitely not. The wife found out about it, and all separated now.
Yeah,
Right.
And did you pursue anything with the dad, or did that also?
No, that was just a one night.
As a one,
stand,
yeah, okay.
All over.
I mean, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm asking so many personal questions, but I mean,
You're right.
you've called through and on. But what about that relationship between your ex-wife and the dad? I couldn't imagine that would be all peaches these days.
No, they're friends again. I
That's
still talk to my ex-wife because we have a child together.
The
But
grandpa.
they're all rosy now. There's no issues at all.
Well, that's good.
I mean,
Okay.
that is.
You seem very adult about the whole thing, Anon.
It is very adult, but it's a hell of a story. I must admit,
Yeah.
it's one of those ones that if someone told you that happened, you go, nah. But the fact that you're saying from the horse's mouth, like, yeah, this actually happened to me. It seems like a rumor or something you would hear.
I reckon we'll give you the 6 bottles of wine. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
No worries at all, Anon. Thanks for getting involved.
That's wild, right?
I just imagine when the wife is walking down the aisle with the dad and, tears coming down his eye, but it's because he's more interested in the dad.
Well, it could actually, maybe.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, like we're all just like standing here going, wow. I mean, I'm sure you're listening as well going, like, wow, right?
Yeah, indeed. How about last night during the footy, there was a snake on the ground and they had to stop the game to get the snake off the oval.
Funny story, that actually happened in one of my local games when I think it was like under 17 or something, and the snake catch came on. I said, sorry guys, I just forgot jocks. No, I'm just kidding.
That's like the daggiest. That's the daggiest gag you've ever made.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And also it's more earthworm than snake, to be fair.
It's funny though because you knew, as you were saying it, you knew how daggy it was.
I knew it was bad. I sort of even half committed
no.
to it.
Did he though? Because he said before the mics came on, Ben, if you say the story, I've got a good
Yeah,
joke."
he was premeditated. Like he knew he was going to do it. But I feel like as he was saying it, he was grinning like through his teeth. But he knew he knew it was daggy.
So is it too late to see if I can change it in my mind?
I would have done
No.
like a. There was a snake on the field, and then whoops, didn't know my ex was there. It's a bit more G-rated instead of.
Would my ex have a big snake, would he? So,
No, as in like, or like, oh, I didn't know like the opponent of the other team was like, you know, because they're a
no,
snake.
fair enough. Yeah, no, yeah. I think that would have been more of a confusing joke for most people coming in. I didn't know that about him. Okay, fair enough.
No, you're not getting it.
And we're joined now by a special guest.
Oh, you want the drum roll now?
I want the drum roll now.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Can we lower the...
Don't talk over the drum roll, man.
Sorry.
It's our show still.
One more week. We hear it?
How dare I?
It's Jase.
Hey, mate.
See, built it up way too much.
Sorry. No, I did.
Morning, guys.
I'm excited to get you in the studio because you've got a bit of an announcement for us.
Yes, we finally have a start date, which believe is in exactly a week's time.
Exactly a week.
So the way Lauren and I figured it is we've been out of work for 3.5 months. So let's start on a Friday.
Yeah.
So then we can do one show. Oh, into
smart.
a weekend.
That's smart. I like that. I see what you've done there. Obviously, Jase and Lauren taking over the Nova 100 Breakfast Show. You may have seen that. I know a few listeners from your old station have also flicked around since you left at the end of last year. So this is the new home of Jase and Lauren. We're going to be going to the other end of the day, 6 to 8. So I strongly recommend you stay in your car.
Must be nice.
Strongly recommend you stay in your car, obviously from 6 a.m.
Jase, can I say...
Jase and Lauren through to Mel, then Chrissy, then Ricky, Lee, Tim and Joel, then us, then Smallsy. Then you can turn off.
That is commitment.
What about the guy after that?
Who's after Smallsy?
No, there is no one.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
We should get a Midnights person, though. That'd
How
be
about we
fun.
focus on these jobs?
That's true.
Jase, love the promo shots right at home. Very nice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very good.
Very
That's
airbrushed.
good. Yeah.
Very airbrushed, yes, they always
I
are.
showed him to my son and he goes, that looks nothing like you.
Whose dog was it?
So
Was it a stand-in dog?
Controversial. Lauren's got 2 dogs
Yeah.
that she treats like children.
Yeah.
They airbrushed one out.
They cut a dog out.
One of the dogs got
Too
cut.
ugly.
Yeah. It's okay. It hasn't gone to the farm.
No, but why?
Apparently, it was just all a bit too busy. It was
many dogs.
It's a big pointer. Yeah. Which is a polite way of saying people would look at the dogs and not us in the photos.
Yeah, but that's still a selling point. People that love dogs would still love that.
Highly disappointed when they tune in and there's no dog on the air. But yeah, so one dog got the cut.
So how does she feel about that?
It wasn't great. We had to break it to her gently. But there was also internal politics because I believe Sophie in marketing was very excited about lending her dog.
Right.
And then Lauren saw the run sheet and was like, well, I'm a pet mum. I would like to bring my puppies in. So,
wow.
Already
Hang on, why is
controversy in
Sophie
the office.
trying to get her dog on?
You know what like pet parents are like?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I mean, if I knew that was dogs involved in the shoot, I probably would have
Yeah,
tried
why
to get my
couldn't I
boy
bring
in there.
Gary?
Well, your
cat's got HIV, Bill.
Yeah.
That's got nothing to do with
It's got
it.
the eye too. The eye looks. That's very off-putting on a billboard.
You know about the cat?
I know about the cat.
Yeah. Very exciting. Jase and Lauren starting a week from today. So next Friday, they're going to be taking things over for breakfast here on Nova 100, the home of Jase and Lauren.
Is there anything I need to know about the office at that time of the morning?
That time of the morning? Yeah, don't go out in the street because you'll probably die.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, the old station was at Richmond, so I know how to run from a car park to a building.
Thanks, Jase. Time to do the Friday meat tray.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bit of shush thanks. Time for Ben, Liam and Belle's Friday meat tray.
Do it every damn Friday. Just give some meat to the best caller of the week. We always sort of tip the hat as well to perhaps one of the quirkiest calls or maybe one of the worst calls. Quite often comes from the 610 quiz. This is what we do like first thing in the show, just sort of get the phones moving. We ask people some questions. I think Sandy stands out for me this week when we asked her who the Prime Minister was. It's ScoMo's last day on the job as a Member of Parliament. Who took over from him as Prime Minister?
Tony Blair.
Like 3 PMs ago in the UK. That was pulled out of absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
If anything, it's it's just a completely different side of
It was
Earth.
a wild answer.
It was. I mean, like it was a PM at some point, I suppose. But our favourite caller this week, and I'm not doing this just to brown nose because I feel bad, but I was sort of talking about how at my local post office there's no parks, so I'll quite often park in the postman's spot, which is a bit cheeky, but I'm only just like running in to quickly like return something for my wife or whatever. And we got this call from Mick the postman.
Mick, you are a postman.
I am. I drive one of the red vans for Australia Post.
Oh, no.
And
you sound like
I have to say there's nothing worse than pulling in to collect from a post office and not being able to get your part.
Postman Pat. Postman Pat. It does. You do have a postman Pat feel about it. Surely that's not the first time you've heard that, right?
No.
One of the best delivered no's we've ever heard.
No. Mick, you're our favourite caller this week. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Oh, what a man. Hey, no one's been in your park this week, have they?
No, I haven't found anybody.
All right. So do you have one of those little counters in it? It's days since last fight or whatever. Do you sort of have a little counter in your car?
No. I'm going to say I've had a few people from the public stick up for me once the park's been gone and abused people that have parked in there, so Liam should be careful. My post, we had that awkward thing the other day. I was taking the dog for a walk and I walked out just as the postie was sort of there. Yep. He was like a guy on just like a pushy. And he sort of said, that had that awkward thing of should I just give you the letters or should I put it in the thing? And I was I was clearly going for a walk. So he was like, should I just put them in there?
Yep.
And he was like, yeah, just a few bills. I put a few of mine in there too, mate. And I enjoyed that. And it felt like a postman sort of joke that would be delivered. Have you ever used that one before, Mick?
No, I haven't. I'm going to say, generally, people try to give you mail when you're emptying the red boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, rather than...
Should we actually, Mick, quick question as well about the mailboxes. Do people put, other crap in there a lot?
Oh, you'd be surprised what you can find in there sometimes. Yeah. I found a freshwater crayfish before now.
A freshwater crayfish?
Yes.
How would you even fit that? Oh, I guess if you got one of the parcel ones where you pull it out and you put the...
awful.
Oh, my God.
Just post a crayfish. That's insane. So the stench in that would have been unfathomable.
It was a very hot day as well.
Was all the mail ruined then?
No, I'm going to say you're not meant to take anything out. Whatever's in the box is meant to go with the mail.
Mm-hmm.
So you couldn't remove it?
Well, you're not meant to.
Oh, so someone was sending the crayfish.
No, somebody must have caught it and put it in there as a bit of a joke. Because nothing more hilarious than finding something you don't want in a post box.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I almost feel like we could do a full weekly segment with you, Mick, Diaries of a Postman, because there's so many things, so many questions.
You mentioned you drive the big red van. Have you ever yearned to be on the motorbike?
No, they did ask me, but unfortunately there's a lot of accidents involving the motorbikes, people reversing out of driveways, rough terrain. It just depends what area you're in.
Yep.
So it's almost like a dangerous... you're like, I'll take the detective position. I don't want to be a beat cop.
I'm 2 years away from retirement.
Yeah, I can't do that to my family.
That's a young man's game.
I don't want to be on the line in the line of duty anymore. Yeah.
I would love to just chat to you, regularly, Mick. I have so many questions.
Mick, we do appreciate you coming back on the show this morning. We're going to send you the Friday meat tray. You ready to catch it?
I am, yes.
All right, here it comes.
It's on its way, Mick. There we go.
Got it!
Yeah!
Good on you. Thank you very much, Mick. We appreciate you.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.